Donc lorsque je flingue, c'est toute ma putain de nation qui flingue avec moi. Tu vois ce que je veux dire?
Welcome back, everyone. This is Twitter with 3 rounds. Coach Terry, Jab University. Man, you said you were a little bit of a journey to get on, right? You got issues on the road.
Wreck on the freeway, so I tried to make up a shortcut. Thought I was lost, popped out where I needed to be. I was like, okay, I made it.
Hey, there you go. I take that as a win, man. That's
right.
Good stuff. So, so we're gonna stay in the southeast kind of region of the U.S. We're gonna go to Florida today. Gonna talk to a junior boxer who we've seen. I'm sure you've seen him compete a couple times.
Dylan Colon, yeah, I didn't see no fight.
His brother just went pro, and I mean, so we're gonna get a chance to talk to him, and he's ready to go. So let's bring him in. Hey, champ, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I appreciate taking the time to talk to us here for a little bit. I know Florida, you guys are an hour ahead, so I appreciate you taking time to chat here for a little bit. So go ahead and say your name, city and state, and the name of the gym that you train at.
So my name is Dylan Colon Santana, and I am from Puerto Rico, but I'm living right now in Ocala, Florida, from the United States. And I really I don't train in a real gym. Like I used to train in my house, but team Tampa Paul.
Tampa Pal?
Okay. Yeah, that's my team. Yeah, my gym.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. And then Puerto Rico, you said.
Yeah.
So that's talk about boxing roots, right? That's a lot of stuff happening there. So, okay, first question I like to ask everyone is, how do you get started? How do you get involved in the sport of boxing?
So, my brother has a friend that he wanted to box. I think it was for fun, and my brother he joined too. So he started boxing with his friend, but then his friend left. But he liked boxing, so he started boxing, and then I followed his steps, and I continued to box too, and I like it, and that's how I started. And I started training with him, and doing every training with him. I was doing everything with him, so it was because of him. My brother, he just brought me here, and yeah, that's how boxing got in my life, because of my brother. Yeah.
So where did you start boxing? You started boxing in Puerto Rico or Florida?
Oh, Puerto Rico. I started
Puerto
boxing when I was 7 years old.
All right, so we all know Puerto Rico is a boxing hotbed.
Yeah.
What's the main difference about how boxing is thought of between Puerto Rico and the continental United States?
Like how? What do you mean?
Like, is boxing? I know United States we have football. Football's big, and basketball is big. But
the sports, you mean?
Yeah.
I think boxing and basketball and boxing are the main sports on Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the most we play. Boxing and some baseball too.
Okay, so boxing is a bigger event or a bigger sport over there than it is here.
Yeah, if you go to Puerto Rico, you're gonna see a lot of gyms of boxing in Puerto Rico, everywhere.
Okay, and Florida not so much. I know Florida's big on football.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, okay.
And when you said you started training over there in Puerto Rico and then you came out here, how was the training different? Like how was there a difference when the style that you were developing in Puerto Rico and then the style that you're kind of keep going here? Was it a different training?
Yeah, it was a different training because in Puerto Rico I used to have coach. He was good, but his techniques, it was not like the coach I have right now. Like I used to like boxing. My box style was kind of like Manny Pacquiao, but I now like when I moved here, I start like boxing with a coach that and my dad, and they teach me how to like a different style, and yeah, and now my style is kind of like Lomachenko, Gervonta Davis, like kind of combination like that, and yeah, I choose my style, yeah, and I got better, like actually it got better here because better training, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you said your brother started first, but like what was it about boxing? It was like, yeah, I'll go with you. And then you're like, okay, I'll stay and keep boxing. Like what was it about boxing that's like, this is what I like?
I don't know. I literally start like boxing because I saw my brother and I start to like it. But I really was scared of it because I don't like to get punched. I don't like to get punched at that moment. But I kind of used to it, and I like for 1 year, like I really like it. I don't know why, but I really like it. Then like 1 year and 1 month, I get my first fight. I was too nervous, but then yeah, I got used to it, and I like it a lot. I think this is part of my life. I think this is I think I'm made for this. Yeah, I love it so much. Yeah, I love boxing a lot. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely, and you know, to people that have seen you box, you look like you're comfortable there. You look like you're enjoying
Yeah.
you sometimes you lead with an uppercut, like you're getting to a mode and you just
Yeah, I
throwing
get,
punches
yeah,
because you feel good, right? And everything's going in there. So, um, is that and I noticed that your brother has that kind of very, footwork is great. You guys
yeah,
are able to move in and out and do all that. Is that just a style that Puerto Rico kind of has, like a
yeah,
more of a in and out kind of style, and then you just kind of mix it with a little bit more of an aggressive kind of brawler type
yeah,
mix? Is that what you're trying to do when you get in there?
yeah, yeah,
No, you
You
can
know what?
tell. You can see it.
I've never seen a Puerto Rican with bad footwork.
You know what?
yeah. No, yeah, that's actually true. Yeah,
Definitely,
me too.
definitely. You can tell it comes out. I remember seeing your brother one time, like, oh, he has amazing footwork. Like, regardless of what else he was doing, that's a great foundation to really create something special in the sport. So, and you carried on with it. So it must have been something you guys definitely picked up just training
It's
next
the
to each other.
salsa music.
Hey,
Yeah,
there we go. There we go.
we used to
Yeah.
call it like that. Actually, yeah, we used to call it like that, like
Oh,
salsa. Yeah,
okay.
Okay, yeah, and you see it. You can see the rhythm
yeah.
and what you guys are doing. So now, like when you come to the States uh, to box, it's a joke with me as like how the PE coaches have taken over. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But with the strength and conditioning, right? That seems to be new, but it seems to be like something big over here. Everybody has a strength and conditioning coach, a special guy that just does exercise. You know what I mean? Not boxing, like weights and rubber bands and track. And like, is that a big difference between Puerto Rico and here? And then how do you feel about it? Do you feel it's necessary to have one of these guys now?
I think so, cause like Puerto Rico have like a different style. They like here they get like I admit that here on the United States um it's like a explosive work, and Puerto Rico is more like slower and everything, but it's on time. But here, like first time you get here, it can be your first time on boxing, but they give you all stream like boxing. They give you all train. They put you like 3 hours training, like they explode you literally. But in Puerto Rico, they like start slow. Like Puerto Rico, like training is like more slower. Then up. But like here, it can be like your first day, and then they like the training is so explosive. Like I think here the training here is like more harder, and it's better because we need condition, right, for for this sport, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's why we need condition. So I think yeah, there's a better training here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because doing all those drills and everything, it's not going to work if you're in the third round and you don't have any gas to keep going. So that makes it, and especially the style that you got, you and your brother have, which it's very very active. You're always moving, so your condition is even more important than somebody that just kind of walks forward or does some of that. So take us to So where was your first bout? Was that in Puerto Rico or was that here in the U.S.?
It was Puerto Rico, yeah. Puerto
Okay.
Rico.
So just tell me a little bit about that. You said you were a little bit nervous. Just kind of walk us through your first bout. How did how did you feel? How did you do? And more importantly, what made you come back to the gym? After that.
So I feel real nervous because the guy I was gonna fight. He was like bigger than me and he was stronger than me. I thought he was stronger than me because he looked like more bigger, and I was really scared because it was my first fight and I never fight before, and yeah, and then my dad was putting my glove. I told my dad to take it out because I don't want to fight. But my dad, he said, he screamed on my ear and he said, "You want to fight?" And yeah, and then I fight, and then I did real good. I think I did 2 counts to him, and it was an anonymous decision. And then I started getting used to it. I was nervous, but then the fight finished, I was damn, I like it a lot. It was too fun. I really like it. Then I got used to it, and now yeah, now I'm normal. I go to the ring normal. I get kind of nervous because that's normal, but not at all.
Yeah.
Not that much. And yeah.
Okay.
So, what did you do to get control of your nerves? Did you just keep boxing to get control of
Yeah.
your nerves, or did your dad talking to you help you get control of your nerves, or your brother talking to you?
My dad, he tell people to spar bigger bigger kids than me. I was 8 years old and they were 11 or 10, so I can get used to it, so I don't get scared. I was sparring with bigger people, bigger people, so I get used to it, so I don't get scared no more and nervous no more.
Okay.
So and then I started sparring with bigger people than me, and then I'm the fear just got out, and yeah, still fighting.
Okay.
That. Yeah, that's how I got yeah, that's how I still fight, and just the fear got out with sparring with bigger people than me, and that's how you learn fighting with people bigger than you, better than you. That's how you learn. Yeah. And yeah, that's how I got the nervous out.
Okay.
Awesome. That's yeah, you're right. You only get better by experience, right?
Yeah.
Each step, you just gotta go step by step, and you'll continue to get better. Now, you said you had your first fight out in Puerto Rico. Tell me about when you had your first fight over here in the U.S. and how different was it? Was it a different style that you saw? Just tell us, what that change was for you.
I really my first fight in the United States, it was on a sugar bird. I win, but I really experienced something that people here are so much better than in Puerto Rico, because they came from the other states, not from only Puerto Rico. I used to fight with only Puerto Rican people, but they came from other states, and it was very 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 hard because they were so good, but because of God, we got the victory, But I gotta say it was too hard because there were people, they were good. They were actually good.
Just a different level, but you were able to come out with the win. So that
yeah,
was
yeah.
great.
Have you been back to Puerto Rico to fight?
No.
You plan on it?
Nah, cause they don't let me fight no more. I don't know, cause they say if I leave here, you cannot fight no more in Puerto Rico. I don't know why, but yeah, that's it was not like that. It was not like that before, but now we got like a new president of boxing.
Yeah.
He put those instructors in, like, nobody like it because you want to fight in your in Puerto Rico because that's your state and that's where like your island, and
Yeah.
that's my when I live. So
Yeah.
it will be beautiful to fight right there, but they don't let me fight because they said I already spring. I really like live here. I already have like 4 years here. Like, I don't know. They don't let me fight on Puerto Rico.
All right. Well, when you go pro, make sure you go to Puerto Rico and rub it in their
Yeah,
face.
I'm going to. Yeah, actually, my brother is going to Puerto Rico on February 24, I think.
February
Okay.
24th. Okay.
Puerto Rico, yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico. We're gonna be too excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got, go?
So when boxing, it's a hard sport, right? And you said you
Yeah.
were nervous the first time, and it came, but I don't know if you were too young or now. Like, what has boxing taught Dylan Colon about Dylan Colon?
I think like boxing talk about me like I was a little kid that literally I was a dumb kid. Let's say it like that, because I was scared of everything.
Okay.
And boxing showed me that I was capable to do more.
Yeah.
And I was capable to be a bigger person, a better person, and that like I was the kid that doesn't know I was gonna box because I was scared of everything. And boxing just showed me that I can be more than what I think. And boxing bring me here. Boxing bring me fun, bring me happy. I'd be happy with boxing. Like boxing, like show me like I can like do more things that I think. And
Okay.
I was actually um like as I was actually a kid. I was scared of everything, and because of boxing, now I am like this. Now I am like a different person. I like to box, and I didn't like to box, and then I like to fight at school. I didn't like. I was scared of people. I was literally scared of like for 5 years old kids. Like I was like because of boxing. Like I just got like that fear out, and boxing got me changed like this, and now I fight because I like boxing a lot, and now I am like this,
Okay.
and
Definitely.
because of boxing, yeah. Now I'm like this, and I think boxing because boxing bring me here, and now I got this opportunity to fight in every states, in every tournament,
Mhm.
and yeah,
Definitely.
that's a big opportunity for me.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. That's somebody that appreciates that, you know, is definitely going to take advantage, right?
Yeah,
Like when they go in the ring, they're going to give 110%, and they probably want to face the best because they want to be the best, and just it seems especially in the junior division, you go to the tournaments, you'll be able to compete. The weight division that you're in, there's a lot of competition. So brackets are always stacked, so you're always going to go over there and get your best work, which is great to see. It seems like you're looking forward to that. Take us through a typical day. Do you run in the morning? I'm sure you got school, so you kind of balance all that. Like, walk us through a typical day for Dylan Colon.
typical day. I go to school first. I do all my works from school. Leave from school like at 3:40 p.m. Then like I got like a little training right here. Like I run a little bit, then I go train like 2 hours something. And Saturdays or Sunday, I run like 30 minutes on at morning, like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. something. And yeah, that's my routine. I concentrate right now on school and boxing, like not no more. And sometimes I go with friends, because yeah, uh,
Okay. So
you gotta like go to the friends sometimes. Yeah, But
All
I'm
right.
right now focusing on school and boxing.
Okay,
That's my
so when Dylan is not boxing, what is Dylan doing? Out, he's hanging out with his
yeah,
friends. Like what?
with my
What do you
friends.
like to do other than box?
Play basketball.
Play
Actually,
basketball.
yeah. I used to be in a team on Puerto Rico. I used to box and play basketball at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you say we better at boxing here. Are we better at basketball here too? I know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Come on, you got
Mhm.
everybody from around the world that wants to play in the league here. So real quick, this is 3 rounds 5, number 170. Man, crazy, 170 of these things will be done. We're talking the Dylan Colon out there in Ocala, Florida, but original from Puerto Rico. Currently ranked number 7 at the junior male 114-pound division. Even though I think you're competing at 119 now. Is that where you're at? Okay, all right. Because these kids, they start growing, they be jumping weight classes and doing all that. But so how many fights do you have so far?
Um, I don't like. I don't remember it all, but I think it was 64. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean that's a good amount of bouts for the junior level. Do you have a bout like a memorable bout, like a good win, or maybe one that you learned a lot from? Any bout stands out to you?
Um, the one uh the last one that I have, cause I fight with bigger people than me, cause I was not really 19. I was not really 119,
Mhm.
cause I got sick, and I was like 113. I was really 113. I was like 113, 112, and I had to fight with those kids that they were like they were 119. I was not, and they were bigger than me. One kid, the first one I fought, he was it was gonna be youth in like 1 month. It was 16. Was turning 17,
Mhm.
and the second one I fight, he started like he came from behind me and started like, oh, this kid is too little. I'm gonna beat him, and I just shut his mouth and I beat him. And yeah, that's what happened. That's why you don't talk a lot of things. Yeah, that's what
Very
you.
true. It's very true.
Shut his mouth. I love it. I love it. All right. So what what is your favorite part about boxing?
Um, I don't know. So many things. Maybe I don't know, cause there's so many things. But I think like my favorite thing from boxing is like you learn something like new. Like when I like boxing, like boxing showed me like my favorite thing from boxing is like it showed me like I can be something more like because I used to fight with 20 people like they were like 20 years old. I fight someone that he was 22 I think, and he was pro, and that's my favorite thing from boxing because boxing showed me that like like age um doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if you're tiny. Doesn't matter if you're long. It doesn't matter if you like 12 years old. I think it doesn't matter. That's my favorite thing from boxing, that you try your best, and um I think like doesn't matter the age and the stature. Like it doesn't matter nothing. That's my favorite thing from boxing.
Yeah,
Is yeah.
So
that's.
you
I
can
mean,
conquer obstacles. You could take
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's and that's very true. It does. You got some of the greatest bouts or something just because somebody that came out of nowhere was able to overcome something. So
Yeah.
very, very true, very true. And you do talk a lot about the things that you like about it and the things that you've kind of benefited from it and the things that you're learning from it. But there's got to be some times where you don't want to run the miles, or maybe you want to take a day off, or you don't want to go and train. Uh, how do you deal with when you're kind of thinking like that? How do you make sure to kind of stay on track? Because you got goals and things like that. But sometimes, this is a tough sport. You want to take a break, but that's when you should train even harder, right?
Like I think like when like I don't want to train, like sometimes I feel like lazy. I kind of think in my mind like damn, what I'm doing this, I can be a future champion of the world. I cannot surrender. Like I have to work harder. And another thing is like my dad pushed me a lot, so I don't surrender. He pushed me a lot because he loved me so much. My mom either, my brothers either. They like they don't let me fail. They always wanted me see me winning, so they push myself to a big step. They want to see me right here on the top, and yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So like boxing's not a school sport, right? Do the people at school know you box?
Yeah, they know I box. Yeah.
Does the school? Then we got to take off for these tournaments. Two of them or three of the tournaments are during the school year. One's during the summer. You know, what I mean, do are they cool? Does the school work with you when it's time to take off for 5 days and go to a tournament?
Nope.
Nope. He said nope.
They don't care. They don't care. I try, but they don't care. Like, and now I just put excuse like I was in the doctor. I was doing something. Yeah, because I cannot put excuse from boxing because they don't let me put excuse from boxing because they say it's not a sport from school, so there's no excuses. And
Oh my goodness, that's tough. That's
I
tough.
think
And
there's excuse because it's a sport too, and it's my sport, and it's my future. It's my
Yeah.
future. So, but school doesn't care.
When they first tried to do that with my son, it's like, no, he can't do that. He's gonna miss school. I said he's going anyway, so I don't care.
Oh my goodness, it's tough. And we hear mixed response to that question, because some schools are very cool with it. They want, they show the bout on the for the class or whatever, and some of them are just not very. Oh man, shame on the teachers. They should be supportive because
Shame
it
on
takes a
Florida.
lot. Shame on Florida. This guy, crazy. So you mentioned your dad. So I'm assuming he's there alongside you. Probably driving you to sparring, to the tournaments, and all types of. Your mom is probably close behind as well too. So how is it kind of going through this journey, having your dad right there in the corner, and just kind of it's a unique journey that really helps bond some families. But how is it just having your family around as you go through this sport?
Is I feel like so happy when that happened because my family is the one that are always there for me, and like it's kind of I feel happy when I saw my dad on my corner because he's the one that he's been there for me like every time, and I feel happy when I win. I saw him happy jumping when I win, and it's like I feel too happy to see him like that because he's been like in the beginning with me. He's been every time with me. He's pushing me because he want to see me being a future world champion. Yeah, it's a lot for me that see my family like that happy for me, and yeah, and pushing me on boxing because I like it a lot. It's so happy for I feel so happy for that
Mm.
because some people doesn't have those opportunities like the family doesn't like it because they say no, you're gonna receive some punch, you're gonna it's it's a big trouble, you can get hit and die, maybe you can get in the hospital, so
Yeah.
it's a big opportunity that like your family support you on this sport, and it's a big opportunity, and I like it because my dad always being there for me and my family too. And it's a big opportunity that they give me this opportunity to box.
Great,
Okay.
great, great.
So you mentioned this word more than once, world champion, right? So think you plan on going pro eventually, right? But have you never mentioned the Olympics? Is the Olympics something you would like to do, or is it just I'm ready? As soon as I'm old enough, I'm going pro.
Actually, Olympics maybe are one of my dreams thing. I want to get gold medal, but the thing I don't mention it because I don't think I can do it because maybe when I go to Olympics I maybe I may be pro already, so that's why. But if I got opportunity to like go to Olympics, I will go. So like being happy for that opportunity because Olympic is one of my dreams. When I go to Olympics is one of my dreams, but I may be going pro after Olympics. So maybe not. Maybe I go to Olympic. Who knows? But yeah. So I don't know.
And I've seen some guys that are competing for Puerto Rico or getting an invite over there to, and just same thing. I see there's guys and girls from here fighting for Mexico, fighting for Guatemala. Like if say Puerto Rico got a new president and was like, "Hey, come on back," like would you go?
Yeah, actually, I would love to fight on Puerto Rico again.
Look at that.
Uh,
Look at
that's-
that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, too bad that rule. I mean, I think
Yeah, it's too bad.
because I remember Christina Cruz. She was trying to make it in the U.S. team, but then eventually went to Puerto Rico, I think. But and then
COVID
that
kept
whole then
Yeah,
COVID
COVID.
hit and COVID happened, and then it kind of lost the opportunity there. But yeah, I mean, Puerto Rican, there's a lot of great talent. So hopefully that changes. Now, you're a southpaw boxer. Are you naturally a southpaw? Is that your natural? Are you left-handed or are you training? For southpaw.
I'm trying to learn both. Actually, like I'm trying to learn both because I think it's very important to learn both. Cause look, Darren Ennis, he's like a beast with both hands, and look, he do it awesome with both. And I think it's very important to learn with both hands, cause sometimes you gotta fight with the other hands. Maybe it's easier to fight with the other hand, cause you don't know. Like that's why it's important for me. I think that's why it's important to fight with both hands, cause you don't know who you're fighting. And you don't know if it's easier to fight with the left one and the right one. So I think
Oh,
that's important.
Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say it's that next generation of boxer where you're able to really look good on both stands. So that's great.
Yeah,
Yes.
back in the day, they used to try to make everybody right-handed. Like Oscar De La Hoya is left-handed, but
But
you know,
they don't really look at
yeah,
that.
those guys, the left-handed guys, there was just a thing back then. There was very few southpaws back then. There's a lot more now. They used to kind of, a lot of people used to, it was hard to train them. It was unusual to train them, so they would just convert them. But now, hell, don't think it was Gary Russell had 5 sons. There's no way they're all left-handed.
Oh man,
So,
it's crazy.
yeah.
You know what, Dylan? Real quick, when you fight a southpaw, is it a little weird because I'm assuming the majority of your opponents are right-handed. Is it a little different when you fight a southpaw?
No, I think I feel the same thing, but but I kind of feel harder. Like people from that hand, eh, for me, I don't know. For me, I think they're better. I don't know, but I think they're better. Is yeah, they're I don't know. I always want to fight out people with left hand. It's easier for me, but when I fight with people with right hand, it's kind of hard because it's not the same thing. Like I'm
Okay.
used to, yeah. It's not for me. It's not the same thing, and people are better with the hand. So like me, I they say like the people say people with right hand that move a lot, it's literally impossible to touch them. So that's why
Oh
Gotcha.
wow.
thing is they're harder to like fight because
They actually touch because of the
Yeah,
stance.
and it's just a difference in range.
Right,
And,
right.
so uh, outside of you said you were going to go pro, and that might be why you wouldn't go to the Olympics. At what age are you planning to go pro?
maybe like 19 or Yeah, like maybe like that. 19. Yeah, I think 19.
And how old are you now?
15.
15. So you're planning to go in 4 years.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Has
So
that always been your plan? Like, I want to be a pro?
Yeah. I will
Oh,
be my. Yeah.
okay.
now, because your brother went pro, right? He's competing in the pro level now. You're kind of getting kind of the look at the what the pro kind of requires with kind of being along there with your brother. So just tell me a little bit about that. What are you seeing? You know, from is training different? Like, because I'm assuming you're training with your brother, or how does that whole thing work?
I don't train with my brother, but one day I get in a tournament with his coach. Like his coach tell me to go with me. Let's go to the tournament. He started training me with my brother training, and it was too different. Like I really got so tired. It was hard work, and I was literally we were like already 1 hour, and I was already literally on the floor, and he said, "What are you doing? We have like 2 hours left." And I was like, "What? What?"
You thought you were done. He's like, you got
Yeah,
2 hours
I
left,
thought
man.
we were done. Like, and he said like it was 2 hours left. What are you talking about? It's
Oh,
too like pro training is too.
It's different.
There's so many different. You gotta train so hard.
all right. So you're about to fight, about to get your hands wrapped and stuff. Like, how do you get mentally prepared to step through those ropes?
Um, my dad just he just like give me a little bit of warm up and um yeah, a little bit of movement and some punches because we don't want to get me tired, to the ring. Because yeah, just a little bit of warm up and some punches, some movement, and then a little bit of water, and then go to the ring and fight.
All right. It's a quick process for you.
Yeah, quick
Just
process.
ready to go and
Yeah.
just get in there. Okay, all right. And last year, I think at the JOs, you went up to the semis, uh, nationals 22. You went to the semis. So uh, you're not going to win them all, right? In amateur boxing, it's all about learn experience and learning. But when you've been training for 4 or 6 weeks, you go to a tournament and you get a couple wins, but then you get a setback. You don't get that win, or how do you deal with those losses? How's that ride home? Like are you in the gym, right? Like are you training right away, or how do you deal with some of those setbacks? Through the course of this
Moment,
whole journey.
like in the moment, I'm like, damn, I could be do more, but like when that happened, I really go to the gym and train harder because I know if I lost, it's because they're uh better people outside that you don't know, and that showed me that people have good boxing too, and because you don't know them because there's so many people outside, you don't know where they came from, where they have. Um, that showed me that I have to train harder for that because they're kid that you don't know how they box, and they like good, and you like, damn, this kid is good, and I'm like, damn, that mean that people like from anywhere can be better than me, and that's why I have to work harder because I need to,
Yeah, it
I
just gives
cannot
you
I cannot
fuel, right?
be here and just I'm gonna say like I'm training more, but like I'm not like training and staying here. Like I'm not gonna do the same process. If I want to beat them, I gotta do a better process, better working,
Hmm.
harder work, and then if I want to be, if I'm here, I want to be here to beat
Okay.
them. So I don't want to stay here. So yeah, when that happened, when I lost some fights, I proposed that on my head, and I said I'm gonna work. I want to work harder to get that win, because there are people outside you don't know, man. You gotta work harder.
Okay, so obviously you like boxing a lot. Who do you watch pro boxing? And if so, who are you watching?
Um, there's so many boxers I watch. I used to watch Lomachenko, Floyd Mayweather, and Roy Jones Jr. But right now, my favorite boxer is Gervonta Davis. He's a beast. I think he's gonna be the best, maybe the best boxer in the world. Like for now, for his weight, and that's a boxer I like to watch a lot.
Okay, Tank.
That's
Tank.
my favorite. Yeah, Tank Davis.
I remember
And
watching
go,
him when he
yeah,
was maybe younger than you. Yeah, I remember seeing him at the 2010 Pal in San Antonio.
Yeah,
Yeah, believe it or not, he actually slicker than he lets on in the pros, man. In amateurs, he could box a little bit too, man.
yeah,
Just like,
hey,
yeah.
different game, but Tank, he's definitely one of the favorites. And I can kind of see a little bit of, I was watching a couple clips before we got on, and uh, you know, you definitely like the footwork, you like moving in, but if you got to trade, you're more than willing to let those hands go, and that's great. If I had to ask you, if do you have a favorite punch? Do you have a punch that you just love to land into your opponents, and what is it?
the uppercut. Yeah,
I, I was gonna guess it. I wrote down here uppercut like 5 times. I'm like, man, you just throw another uppercut, another uppercut. He'll lead with the uppercut. You just,
yeah. I
and
like
land it.
throw the uppercut when I'm on the roads. And I like to throw and then move around,
Okay,
and then throw it again and move around. Like yeah, that's my favorite punch.
It's actually an underused punch nowadays. You know what I
very
mean? It
much.
be more prevalent in
Not
boxing.
they use it a lot now.
Yeah. So when it comes to, I guess, some of these fights, there's some that I've seen you in that they raised the other kid's hand, but I thought you kind of got it. You know what I mean? You should have won. Um, and like, what? How do you feel like? And then what? How do you respond when? Yeah, the decision didn't go my way, but man, I really won that fight. Like, what are they looking at? Like, how do you respond to stuff like that?
I really got very upset because I think I win, and then I got real upset. But something that I learned that if you're fighting with people in the house, put all your thing on the ring. You gotta pull all. If you're tired, you gotta keep punching.
Yeah,
Fighting with people in the house, like he was from Texas and on the national it was in Texas. We were
yeah,
literally in the house, and I beat him, but it was not. I could do more because they defend them because they're from Texas, and I
yeah.
think to beat them if they are in the house, you have to left all your punches in
Yeah,
the
it can't
ring.
be close. You have
Yeah,
to dominate.
it can be close. You gotta left all your punches in the ring. If you're tired, you gotta keep throwing because they're gonna rob your fight. Trust me, because and he was the favorite from Texas, so
Mhm.
it was kind of hard for me because it was the favorite one right there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, we had him on the show. We seen him. Well, we won't say his name, but it was definitely. It's some of the times when you get some of the decisions where you're like, what's happening. But I think you get have a good approach to it. You mentioned the changing. Not there's a difference between just going to the gym and training, but going to the gym and actually making adjustments to why you didn't win. Like it's that process. You got to progress and get better at that. So I think you have a good outlook for that. Real quick as we start kind of. We got a few minutes left. Gather a couple more questions. But you were in a parade recently. I think Tampa Pal had a
yeah.
parade like a week ago. How does that feel? You're being hoisted. You get part of a boxing team. I mean, and just tell us a little bit about that whole experience.
It was really awesome because there were 150,000 people right there screaming. It was very awesome because I feel like so happy because there were so people and there were people that recognized us and there was one that screamed my name and everything and I was like, damn, there's people that know me and I was too happy. Like I don't know. I feel so grateful. I was like so happy about that because they give me the opportunity to do that, and I like it. It was too fun actually. It was too fun to see those people screaming at you and everything, and yeah, it was actually a good experience. I like it a lot.
Yo,
It's
so what was the parade for?
it was actually for it was like I don't know what it was like really,
Like
but
a holiday parade or
it
something?
was yeah, it was kind of like that. Yeah, it was like a holiday.
Oh,
Yeah, and we were throwing like things. I don't know how they call it
The
in
beads.
English.
I think it was beads.
oh,
Uh,
Mardi
yeah,
Gras.
bits. Yeah. They were bits.
It was like
Oh, it's
beads.
Mardi Gras.
It
Yeah,
must
we were throwing bits to people.
Oh, hey,
have,
wait till you get to New Orleans.
there you go. Yeah, I mean, just go to your Instagram. You'll see. I think you posted something
That's
about it.
pretty
That's why I recognize. So, but that's always a great thing, right? You go out there and you say you heard your name. I mean, I think that only motivates you to go back into the gym and say, okay, people are they're seeing what I'm doing. I'm doing something. They're starting to recognize. So that's always a good thing. And you talked about some of the decisions being closed and what do you think you have to do to start kind of separating yourself a little bit? Because junior division, a lot of competition, but it gets even tighter when you go to the youth and elite.
Yeah,
What do you think? What kind of skills? What do you have to work on uh, to make sure that these fights are not close?
I think the most thing I gotta work when I get youth is condition, cause we got the when you got a youth, you gotta start fighting 3 minutes,
Hmm.
and you gotta get some condition, cause youth is not easy, cause some people from youth they like to go forward, forward and forward and throwing punches, and you get tired because of that. That's why you gotta get condition, cause you fight in 3 minutes, not 2 minutes anymore. You fight 1 minute more,
Yeah.
and if you maybe think it's just a minute, but for me it's not. I feel like it's 10 minutes in the ring, and yeah,
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it may sound like a short time, but
yeah,
not in the ring, man.
not in the ring.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe the people in Tampa and at the Mardi Gras parade, they know you, but like a lot of these people may not know you. People that are tuning in to watch us now may not know you. Tell them why they should become a fan of Dylan Colon.
Um, I think I'm a good person that I'll actually want to help people like poor people. I actually want to help poor people and everything, and I think that's kind of great for me because and I think that's why one of the things that make me like make people a fan of me because they know me and when I was like tinier I used to like help people not like help them like with money or something but because I don't have money obviously but I used to like tell my dad and like stuff and like oh there's some uh people right there they I think they need food and I tell my dad like oh can I have a like dollar $5 so I can give them um yeah that's why I think they have to be fan of me because not only because of the boxing because of the of my heart that I have to help people like I'm too kind I'm actually too kind like I'm the ring I don't look like but I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
too,
And
and
it comes off like that. It seems like you're genuine, with what you're doing and how you like to be around the people that you're around. So, and it comes across most definitely. And if you had a young kid come up to you, maybe looking to start boxing, like what would you tell them about? You have bouts under your belt. You've competed at the nationals. You've seen what this sport can provide. If you had a young kid come up to you thinking about the sport, what would you tell them? How would you convince them? What would you tell them about the sport?
like if you like the sport, because if you like the sport, I will tell him that try it, because you don't know what things can do, like how they look at, like how it changed, like so they can shame him too, because nobody know what people have. Like maybe in the future he can be a world champion of the world, like Floyd Mayweather. You don't know, and I will tell him to try it, box, because maybe you can be good at it. Because actually, my cousin, he he wants to start boxing. He never boxed before, and like in 2 days he started boxing like so good. I was like, damn, you can handle this. Like you only train like for 2 days, and you already have it. Like, but he got tired, because he said it was like too hard, and yeah,
That's where you start separating. You know, there's no way around it. You got to put in the work to
so
really
yeah,
be
that's what
successful at this way.
that's why I don't like to tell people like, oh, go boxing, because it's not actually easy, because it's not easy, because I understand them, like they're like, no, like it's too hard, because I know it's too hard, but if that's is that what you want, and you want to box, do it, because you don't know what can happen. You don't know if you
Mhm.
if you can if you were born for this, you know.
Yeah.
And I will tell him to try it. I will tell him to go for your dreams. If this is your dreams, do it, because this is the time right now, and do it. Do whatever you want. If your family don't support you, don't think about that. That's your dream. Do whatever you want. That's your dream. Like
Yeah,
that's your
just
like
jump into it. No, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah, love the encouragement. That's for sure. So,
Yeah,
what you got, Coach?
like you have a magic wand and you can fix anything to make boxing better. What would you fix?
it kind of sound like kind of funny, but I think the judge the judge like I would like to people like put better judge, because some people like let me explain like this, like so the boxer is from Carolina, and there's like two judges from Carolina, and they not even seeing the fight, but they voting for the Carolina one because they're from Carolina, you know.
I
And that's
got
what I
you.
would like from people. Like
Mhm.
that's what happened in the tournament of from Texas that I lost. There were three from Texas, and they're from Texas. The kid from Texas. We are in Texas. What is gonna happen? I would like to like people like that. They will choose like people from everywhere, not for Texas, like everywhere. One from Florida, one from Carolina, one from New York, like everywhere. So it's
Mhm.
not like if you put like three people from Texas, they obviously Texas is gonna win, because you have three judges on your side. They're
Mhm.
from Texas, so yeah, I always change that rule, because I really like when they do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got
No,
Texas.
yeah, no, no, that's for sure. You know, judges. That's one of the biggest thing that a lot of
Yeah,
boxers come up because, uh, you know, you guys put in a lot of work. The only thing you want is a fair shake, right?
yeah,
Just a
yeah.
fair shake, and like you say, you win some, you lose some, but you want something to be fair. So, all right, well, you know, one of the things that you mentioned, your family being around and just kind of motivating you the to continue with the sport. Uh, you know, how does it feel just having all that support, people knowing who you are and really want to see you win? You know, how does it feel just having support uh, throughout your boxing journey?
It actually feel really cool, because those people that either they tell me like, I believe in you. You're gonna be um big boxer. I know you can do it, and I feel like very happy for that, because they believe in me, and that's kind of um happy for me, like because they been like supporting me, and they believe in me. They believe that I can be a champion in history, and that's the most thing I like. That's so beautiful because people like believe in me and supporting me every time. Yeah, that's so kind of them, and that's what I like a lot, and I like that a lot. They supporting me every time and believing in me, and I like that a lot.
All right, man. Give your shout outs to everybody. Shout out your mom, dad, everybody. Tell them who's been supporting you out there. Give your shout outs, man.
I want to thank my mom that she gave me the born. That's why I'm here. You know, my dad, he's always supporting me. He was the one that pushed me on this. He was the one that pushed me every time, all day. Hearing his voice every time he's noises, screaming at me, telling me to do something, saying it was bad and everything. But I really love it because of that. That's why what I am now, because of him. Because it was pushing me right there. If it was not because of him, I really gotta say, if it was not because of him, I would not be here. Like I was not boxing because he pushed me every time. If it was not for him, like I really not be here, like right now, because he pushed me every time. And my brothers too, like they love what I'm doing. They love my work. They believe in me too. They always pushing me too, because they know what I'm doing. Because they know this is my future. They know I got I got a I got things that I show to the world, like, and they know how to handle this. And my family too, they support me. They sometimes go to United States here to support me.
Okay.
Actually, they always doing that, and that's so kind of them because they always supporting me. They came from Puerto Rico to here to support me. But I really want to thank my dad that he was always there for me and pushing me.
Definitely, definitely. And hey, there's a lot of dads that get their kids in there, but it seemed like you really kind of found your sport, right, where
Yeah,
you really were able to excel. And like you said, if anybody sees you competing, you can really see a comfort level in there and really enjoying what you're doing. So, how can people follow your journey? Where can they follow you on, Instagram, on social media? Where can they find you?
find me Dylan the Chosen PR, and
Okay. Yeah.
same of everywhere. I It's the same name, Instagram, Facebook, yeah,
Everywhere.
everywhere like that. Yeah, it's the
There you
same.
go. Which is smart, right? Same name, anywhere you can find them. That
Yeah.
makes total sense. So, well, that's all we got. That's all we got. I do appreciate taking the time to talk to us for a little bit, real quick. Next week we're going to talk to Finest Cummings on New York and Coach Khalil Harvey. We're going to see what they're doing. A lot of things happening behind the scenes when we get his thoughts on what's going on. But Dylan, it's you enjoy what you like to do. Anybody who enjoys whatever they're doing, whatever sport it is, anything, it really brings out some great stuff. And it's going to be exciting to see you jump to the youth division. Like it's going to be a test because you're going to be fighting 3 minutes now. So and then just kind of moving on forward, and then going over to the pros. And there's no lack of Puerto Rican fans for Puerto Rican boxers. So I think they'll be very receptive. It's just on you to put in that work and make sure you're ready to tackle that when the time comes. So that's all we got. What boxing's happening this week? Is there any boxing happening this week? I don't even know, man.
I'm sure there is. I gather, but I heard they signed Bivol Beterbiev June 1st.
Okay.
So excited about that.
Okay.
The super middleweights outside of Canelo don't get a lot of shine, but this is going to be at light heavyweight, I believe. So light heavyweight, Beterbiev, Bivol, June 1st.
That's gonna be about right there. So
hey, it's crazy. 2 Russian dudes fighting in America.
Right? It's wild, though. Hey, Dylan, real quick. Puerto Rican has a lot of boxers just throughout, history. Who's your favorite Puerto Rican boxer?
There's a lot, but
yeah, if you had to pick one, I mean, you have plenty.
Like, if I really have to pick one, because I know maybe the famous one is Tito Trinidad.
Yeah.
But like the most one I really like is Pritchard, the one that got him on the back of
Oh,
the
Richard Malone, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pritchard.
definitely.
For me, he got a beautiful style. I like his style a lot.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
went from boxing and he was too good for me. He's my favorite boxing from Puerto Rico for me. But actually, he got this accident and he can box some more.
Yeah,
My favorite is Wilfredo Benitez.
there
They
you
called him the Four Kings, and he should have been the fifth because he did beat Roberto Duran.
go. Look at that. Hey, just great history throughout. We'll be looking forward for you to make your own history representing Puerto Rico. And you said if the opportunity for Olympics is there, maybe you'll do that. But regardless, I'm sure we're going to continue seeing you in the amateur scene. Are we going to see you competing in New Mexico next, or when you're going to be in New Mexico 119?
Yeah, 119, I think.
Okay, so you got to fill up a little bit, right? You can't go in there at 113, 112.
Yeah.
You got big kids there. So, all right, that's all we got.
Doctor's note ready too.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, USA Boxing gives out letters, right? Maybe you talk to them and see if they can.
Hey, I like the doctor's excuse.
Hey,
Where were you for 5 days? I was dying.
I was in the doctor. Like, I don't know what's going on. All right, you guys have a good evening, good weekend. We'll be here next week, so make sure to tune in. 3 Round Flag.
See you.